Now, later on today, here in London, the world's first lab-grown burger is to be unveiled. Now, this is a burger that's been grown from stem cells taken from a dead cow. It's cost $330,000 to grow, but researchers believe the technology will eventually reduce the cost of meat production and satisfy growing demand.
Beef comes from cows which are fattened up and slaughtered. At least that's how it's been for thousands of years. But scientists at this laboratory in the Netherlands say they've created an alternative. They're about to show the world a burger made from so-called in vitro meat, taking stem cells from cows and then growing them in petri dishes until they've formed thousands of muscle fibers.
You know, give them nutrients, that sort of thing, and they'll flex, they'll grow, they'll differentiate into mature muscle fibers. And then those muscle fibers are taken and basically mixed up into a batch of meat.
And this is what it looks like next to the real thing. Its supporters say besides being just as tasty, it'll reduce the need for factory farming.
We're hopeful that the in vitro meat will be on the market in the next 5 to 10 years. Certainly the commercial imperatives are there. PETA's reward alone of $1 million for anyone who can create in vitro chicken, it should be enough as an incentive for people to get going on this.
A convincing argument, but are people really going to eat something that's been harvested from the cells of muscle samples, placed into incubators and then collected in petri dishes?
It's kind of unnatural, and I don't think I'd go for that.
I get what they're trying to do, and I think it's a good idea in theory, but it's a little bit creepy.
I don't think petri dish is the answer at all. Like, it's horrible. Would you eat a burger out of petri dish? I certainly wouldn't. Would you? Not for 250 grand. I don't want to pay more than £10 for a burger personally.
Ah, yes, and then there's the cost. It's not exactly cheap at the moment. £250,000 for a quarter pounder. And with it not likely to be in the supermarkets for a decade, it's not yet exactly what you'd call fast food.